15 years ago, a chairman who was a powerful figure in the business world, out of the kindness of her heart, gave $2,000 to a woman selling food on the street as an investment. Who would have thought this kind gesture would lead to the woman offering her utmost help when the chairman's factory faced a huge crisis 15 years later? At first, the woman refused to accept money from a stranger, but after the chairman insisted, she took the money and returned $2,000, as she knew a food truck only cost $2,000. She promised to return the remaining money within half a month. Impressed by the woman's drive and honesty, the chairman took off her watch and gave it to her. Before leaving, she told the woman to stick with her business. That marriage might betray her, but a career would always be by her side. Little did she know, the chairman was only in town for business. Half a month later, the woman came back with the money she earned to repay the chairman, but she could never find her. It might have been the woman's hard work, or perhaps the watch brought some luck, but 15 years later, the woman became the richest woman in the country. Her daughter, after much investigation, finally found out the identity of the chairman. However, they didn't know that the chairman was currently facing multiple crises. One day, a large group of workers gathered in front of the chairman's factory, demanding unpaid wages. The chairman asked her husband what was going on at the factory, but her husband said the factory was going to be sold, and that the workers wouldn't be protesting for long. The chairman asked him what he meant. Her husband coldly replied that the contract was signed, and that she should sign it as well. Furious, the chairman slapped the contract away, and firmly declared that she would never sell the factory. Her husband, in a rage, demanded she sign quickly, before turning to leave. Left with no choice, the chairman had to face the angry workers alone. The workers, furious, beat her, causing her to bleed. Surrounded by them, she couldn't escape. Seeing the workers' emotional state, the chairman endured the pain, and apologized to them with a guilty face. She promised that even if it meant losing everything, she would make sure they got their wages. The workers, seeing her sincerity, finally softened and agreed to her request. In order to gather enough money to pay the workers, the chairman sold her house and car, even using the money intended for her medical bills. But even with all this, she was still far from gathering enough to pay the workers. With no other option, the chairman turned to her good friend for help, as she was the only one who could lend her the money. However, the chairman didn't expect her once close friend to have completely changed. Not only did she humiliate the chairman's pride by offering to lend her money, but she also pressured her to transfer the factory to her. It was only when the chairman saw her husband and son appear that she realized the truth. This was all part of their plot. Her husband had already been having an affair with her friend, and they wanted to seize the factory to join the richest woman's group. What they didn't know was that the founder of the richest woman's group was the woman the chairman had helped years ago. Now, she had finally found them, but at that moment, none of them realized the gravity of the situation. They still tried to force the chairman to sign the transfer agreement. Just then, the richest woman arrived in time.